Sukadeva himself, although liberated from birth, still became attracted to Krishna's pastimes. And he carefully studied Srimad Bhagavatam, heard it directly from his father Vyasadeva. So, even the most advanced soul did not neglect hearing. So, that shows how important it is. So, you cannot fully learn Bhagavatam alone. Prabhupada explains in the purport saying that it is just just reading medical books does not make you a doctor, correct? If you take some books and if you buy some books, or even if you are taking the right books and then reading it, studying it by yourself, it won't make you a doctor. Similarly, merely reading scripture alone does not give realization. So, what do we need here? We need a realized guide. So Sukadeva Goswami is our realized guide. Veda Vyasa is our realized guide. So it's a living explanation and example. Therefore, Bhagavatam should be learned at the feet of the realized soul. And that is the traditional parampara, disciplic succession. So Bhagavatam, what is Bhagavatam? In fact, actually, Bhagavatam is a fruit of all the Vedas. That means it is a postgraduate scripture. It's not a basic scripture. It's a postgraduate scripture. It is not basic. It is the mature, final explanation of God. So, the natural commentary on Brahma Sutras. What is Bhagavatam? Bhagavatam is a natural commentary on Brahma Sutras, the essence of all the Vedas. That's why it focuses mainly on the Lord's name, his form, his qualities, his pastimes with his devotees. And this is why it is called Brahma Samhitam. So, the pure sound representation of absolute truth. What does Brahma Samhitam mean? Why Bhagavatam is a Gunavatar of Lord? Because there is no difference between Krishna and Bhagavatam. It is Brahma Samhitam, means it's a pure sound representation of absolute truth, which is none other than Lord Krishna. So, Bhagavad Gita is, of course, directly spoken by the Lord. Bhagavatam is spoken by Vyasadeva, an empowered incarnation of the Lord. So, both are living voices of Lord. It is not speculation. It is living. So, therefore, the events in Bhagavatam are they are the realizations, they are the history. History in the sense, whoever, whatever we are talking in Bhagavatam are not just stories. All these stories have really happened. So, they are historical and they are selected only because they connect to Krishna and his devotees. And so, therefore, that's why these Puranas. Puranas are the stories of the great people who have lived this truth. So that's why this becomes a sacred, and God is in the center for this. So Vyasadeva appeared near the end of Dwapara Yuga. So when the verse says in the beginning of Dwapara Yuga, it means that just Kali is began, about to begin. And so therefore, Jiva Goswami gives analogy that we call, even though it is at the end of Dwapara Yuga, and before the starting of Kali Yuga, why we still say that it is in Dwapara Yuga? It is Jiva Goswami is explaining this why. See, when we take a tree, we call the top of the tree as the beginning, or the root is actually the beginning, correct? So either way, it is correct. So meaning is it is speaking from the common viewpoint. So that's why what we understand is this verse is actually teaching humility. Sukadeva Goswami himself is saying that, seeking guidance from genuine teachers and devotees. Why, when Sukadeva Goswami is saying it is authentic? Because he's a realized soul, he is liberated. He is in the liberated stage. And being in the liberated stage, he is self realized, detached from worldly life. He is also attracted to Bhagavatam. So this is saying, even Bhagavatam is for the people who are liberated also. So that's why we have to seek guidance from genuine teachers and devotees, and we should not rush. We have to listen with faith and read Bhagavatam, because it creates a relationship with the Lord. It is not just a study. So Sukadeva Goswami is showing by his own life, his own example, that even the great saints, they take delight in hearing Bhagavatam from realized teachers, because it is a pure essence of all Vedic wisdom. So next one, ninth one, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. परिनिष्ठितो अपि निर्गुण्य उत्तमश्लोकालीलालया गृहीता सीता राजश्री आख्यानं यत् अदितावान्. Translation: O saintly king, I was certainly situated perfectly in the transcendence, yet I was still attracted by the delineation of the pastimes of the Lord, who is described by enlightened verses. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. So Sukadeva Goswami is saying, O Parikshit Maharaj, O saintly king, I was completely fixed in self-realization or spiritual realization. And I still became deeply attracted by the descriptions of Lord's pastimes, which are spoken in enlightened spiritual verses. See, one test for Bhagavatam is I have seen in many classes. To start off, many people will start. Believe me, many people will start. If you are able to cross fifth canto or sixth canto, that means Bhagavatam is allowing you to listen. Many times, many people cannot cross second canto. After first canto, they will stop. I have seen it. And Guru Maharaj used to say, unless you have this seriousness, unless you are sincere, unless Bhagavatam is showing mercy, even though you want to do, you cannot. Because if some tinge of something, oh, I am speaking, oh, they are listening, or oh, I am giving time to Srimad Bhagavatam, or whatever kind of the bhava comes in our heart, the aparadha bhava, finish. Bhagavatam will be finished for him. Bhagavatam is that subtle. So, just to see, like, even in our class, if you want to test, you can test. To start off, we have so many people. I bet you after first canto, many people will stop. And after second canto, even further, they will stop. And by the time you come to fifth is the, like, um, the real standing point. If somebody can cross fifth, that means he can cross 10th. He can cross 12th. You otherwise, I have seen, like, many people requesting, complaining that you cannot cross fifth canto if Bhagavatam is not allowing you. No. So, when we are listening to Srimad Bhagavatam or we are reading Srimad Bhagavatam, if you give reasons for Bhagavatam for not to read, believe me, Bhagavatam will give real reasons for you not to do. I have done this in my life. I have seen it myself. If I give some reason someday, like, oh, every day I'm doing, let me, like, take off today. If it is not a genuine reason, if there is genuine reason, that's okay. But if I'm not feeling like, and I'm like, giving some finish, the next time it will give me real reasons for not to continue. I have seen that because with my own experience, I'm telling. Like, if you are serious about Bhagavatam, you need to be you need to be very careful, like how you are taking it. The moment you think I am giving, or oh, Bhagavatam, I am listening, oh, finish, because Krishna will be very, very, he chooses. I mean, like, even for me, if for everybody, it applies. He chooses the best. He is like, he chooses the serious people. Otherwise, the rest of them, like, he says, fine, you can have lot of spiritual entertainment outside, go have it. That's what is Bhagavatam. So Bhagavatam, we have to be very, very careful. Very carefully we have to, like, pursue. So this verse is mainly explaining that how powerful Krishna's pastimes are. They should allow us, then only we can read. Even if someone who was liberated, who is detached from the world, who is beyond material desires, still became attracted to Srimad Bhagavatam because he was sincere. He had heard about the Lord because he had this desire, and he asked for the begged for the mercy of Lord, and that's why Lord bestowed it to him. That's why Bhagavatam is that great. So the levels of realization of absolute truth is the purport in the proper Prabhupada is explaining. There are three progressive realizations. One is Brahman realization, which is the impersonal spiritual energy, and this is realized through philosophy and meditation. And the second level is Paramatma realization. This is a super soul in everyone's heart, and this is the deeper realization through devotion and knowledge. Bhagavan realization is a supreme person full of form, qualities, love, and activities. He is a person. He has emotions, he has qualities, and he is full of form. So this is Bhagavan realization. This is realized when through pure devotion. So Srimad Bhagavatam brings one to this final realization of Bhagavan feature of the Lord. So it, of course, it does explain what is Brahman and what does one feel like when he's in Brahman realization, and what does it feel like when someone is in Paramatma realization. Finally, it talks about Bhagavan realization, talking about the pastimes of the Lord directly. And when someone, that's why we say Nitya Leela Pravishta, Nitya Leela Pravishta, we say when we take the Acharya's names, we say Nitya Leela. What is Nitya Leela Pravishta? That means Lord gives them entry into his Nitya Leelas, into his pastimes. So when somebody attains this, a state where he is in the prema bhava with the Lord, with the after crossing bhava in the prema, that person is allowed to go and take part in the activities or pastimes of the Lord. So acharyas have that access. And so that's why some people actually, why this is giving so importance, because Prabhupada is explaining. Many philosophers, they reject the idea of God as a person. They think the absolute must be formless and personality means limitation. And because of this limited understanding, they criticize the descriptions of Lord's activities. But Bhagavatam gently shows Lord has a form. He has, of course, his form is not material form. So Lord has activities and they are not material activities. And he's personally beyond, he's a personality. And this personality is beyond matter. He's eternal, he's blissful, he's a person. So when even an impersonalist hears Bhagavatam properly with humility, he also becomes attracted to the higher truth. Example is Sanatka, Sanandana, Sanatana, Sanat Kumara, and one more example is Sukadeva Goswami. He was an impersonalist before. After hearing Bhagavatam verses, after hearing Bhagavatam, he became the devotee. So, Sukadeva Goswami's personal example that he had no material desires, he was already self realized, he was not tempted by wealth, power, pleasure, or learning. Yet, the moment he heard about Krishna's loving pastimes, he became captivated. He became captivated. That proves the narrations are not material entertainment. They awake pure spiritual love. So what is important point? The important point is God is not inactive or void, because some people think that absolute truth is only peace, silence, stillness. But no, Prabhupada stresses on this point in the purport and says that Lord acts, Lord loves, Lord plays, Lord protects, he creates and he reciprocates. His activities are completely spiritual. He is not impersonal, he is not empty, he is not inactive, he is full of life and he is a person. So this is how we can understand the difference is like, say, when someone says love, music, beauty, relationships are all illusions, and the highest truth is only blank light, Brahma Jyoti. Then one day they hear the most beautiful music, living music, meaningful music, full of heart. And what they understand is, oh, I was thinking this is only light. Oh, this is not light. There's a person. And that person is so beautiful and he's so nice. So when they realize this, they start appreciating Krishna. This is what has happened in the case of Sukadeva Goswami. So when people hear Krishna's divine pastimes, they realize the ultimate truth is personal, full of love and sweetness. So even when a liberated soul becomes attracted to hearing about Krishna and he gets attachment for Krishna's Leelas, because of Lord's personal pastimes are higher and more satisfying than impersonal realization. So, what it teaches us is he's a person, and if we can love him, he will love us back. Uh, One more we will do and we'll stop, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Tad aham te bidashyami महापौरुषिको भवान् यस्य श्रद्धादताम् आसु स्यान्मुकुन्दे मतिः सति. Translation: That very Srimad Bhagavatam I shall recite before you, because you are the most sincere devotee of Lord Krishna, one who gives full attention and respect to hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, achieves unflinching faith in the Supreme Lord, the giver of salvation.
Thank you, Mataji. So, yeah, 1 second, Mataji. Okay. So this here, in this 10th verse, Sukadeva Goswami is telling Maharaj Parikshit, I will recite Srimad Bhagavatam to you because you are a sincere devotee of Krishna. Anyone who respectfully hears this scripture, they develop firm faith in Supreme Lord who grants liberation. And developing this firm faith is the achievement why we have taken human birth. So what is, if somebody, like, I'm born here, what is the perfection of me? Like, when can you say that I am successful? I will be successful if I have faith in Krishna and if I want to hear more and more about Krishna. Till when? Till the point I live. Then you can say that, oh, that person's life is perfect. And that's what Sukadeva Goswami is saying. Anyone who respectfully hears this scripture develops firm faith, which is the ultimate goal of human birth, in the Supreme Lord who grants liberation. So spiritual truth is received, it is not manufactured. Material knowledge is what? Like, people actually try to gain material knowledge by doing experiments, by using their intelligence, and they do research and they come to a conclusion, oh, this is working because of this. And some 10 years after, somebody else will come and say, no, 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 that was not the real reality. Actually, there is more added reality to this. We thought atom is the simplest particle, and then somebody else and came and said, no, 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 atom is still, like, it goes further. We can, like, go inside, like electron, proton, neutron. And somebody else came and said, no, no, that is not the ultimate. We can still further, like, divide it, because there are, like, we can go at that level also. So therefore, this material knowledge, it's like, you have done it, you have done the research, and it's like all we have understood. No, that's not the way. How it works is, how much ever you are trying to understand it, there is more to know. So this is like material knowledge point, like on side. On the other hand, spiritual knowledge. We have this Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. And have you ever seen somebody is coming and telling us that, oh, Krishna has given this principle, that principle has changed a little bit, now the new principle is this? No, that will never happen. Now, Bhagavatam has given this principle and this acts this way, yama, niyama, pranayama, dhyana, dharana, samadhi. It's not that way. There is one more step to this, and Krishna forgot to add, Vedavyas forgot to add, so we are adding it. We never hear that, because spiritual knowledge is perfect and it is all time, like, always fresh, applicable to all times. So that's why spiritual knowledge is the perfected way. Reason is because there is no difference between Bhagavatam and Krishna. Krishna is perfect, so spiritual scriptures are perfect. So, and that's why this is received through disciplic succession, because this is coming from Krishna and it is reaching from teacher to student, and this again teacher to next student. So this is coming in the disciplic succession. So that's why this is called Avaroha Pant. Avaroha Pant means knowledge descending from above. And what is that above? Above is Krishna. It is coming from Krishna. And proof is what? It is coming from Krishna, because Krishna himself says in 4th chapter Bhagavad Gita, first shloka, Evam Vivaswana, like, he says, I am passing this knowledge from, like, I have given it to Sun God. Sun God has given it to his son Vivaswan. Vivaswan has given it to Ikshvaku. And thereby, like, it is going in the parampara. And in the knowledge, this chain has been broken in between. So I'm again giving it to you. So this is a proof. So it is coming from Krishna. And so this progress depends on mercy of spiritual master and our humble behavior, our humility, sincere service attitude. By reading Srimad Bhagavatam or listening to Srimad Bhagavatam, what are we doing? We are actually serving Krishna. We are serving all the Guru Varga. So this service attitude, if we have in our mind, and then with mercy we listen, definitely it will show, like, the miracles. It's not a magic. It's not blind faith, but it is this is disciplic succession. It is coming, the real knowledge is coming in the succession, and the disciple inquires submissively. And so somebody asked this question, okay, there are so many Bhagavad Gitas, and you, because Prabhupada has written it, you are just naming it as it is. How can you say that it is as it is? So I always like this Radha Gopinath Prabhu from Mumbai temple, he gave answer once. So one person has asked him, how do you know that this Bhagavad Gita is as it is? I can call any other book I write and then I say as it is. He says, no, You can listen to other scriptures, you can listen to this. If there is change in your consciousness, if there is change in the way you are perceiving the world, that means this is as it is. So, and definitely it has happened. Like, it has changed our lives. We are the examples too. So here, what is required is both the teacher and the student must be genuine, not just showing off. The person who is talking is not just showing off, like, oh, I have talking skills, so I'm talking. No, not that way. I have to, the person who is talking has to feel that, oh my God, this is the greatest science and I have been given opportunity, so let me use it as a service to Krishna. Similarly, the student also should be serious, also should be devoted, and he should be eager to hear, and he should feel very happy that this is an opportunity given to me, like, because hearing Srimad Bhagavatam is not that easy. After so many births, we get this opportunity. Because both are genuine, then the result is powerful. Prabhupada, that's why I contrast this with the professional reciters. And he says, don't just go and listen from anywhere. Just you have to take it from the authentic source, which is coming from the succession. And so faith in Krishna prepares the heart. The true qualification is what? We have to understand this point and believe this Krishna is everything. Surrendering to him is complete spiritual success. And this faith opens the door to understanding Bhagavatam. Without devotion, it is not possible. Even if something is hidden in us, if we think that, oh, I am the one who is doing, no, it will not come to you. It will not reveal to you, even though you are listening. So we have to have this complete faith and understand that I want to bow down to Srimad Bhagavatam. I am in the receptive end. So let me hear it sincerely. Please, Krishna, help me do this. So this prayer is important. And hearing Srimad Bhagavatam leads to liberation. Simple. The two great examples are Prahlad Maharaj and Sukadeva Goswami. They attained perfection simply by hearing. Parikshit Maharaj attained perfection simply by hearing. Sukadeva Goswami also. He attained perfection by simply speaking. So from the Navavida Bhakti processes, just hearing and speaking with a sincere heart also leads to liberation. So the importance of Srimad Bhagavatam is fully and systematically given very nicely. What do? We hear with respectfully from beginning to the end from a bona fide teacher in a humble mood, like Parikshit Maharaj and like Ambarish Maharaj. And this brings spiritual transformation, not just information. So, if you have to tell in one essence in one line, in Srimad Bhagavatam is heard with devotion from the authentic sources, from the parampara. It awakens firm faith in Krishna and leads the soul towards liberation. So I'll stop the class here, Mataji. Sorry, I have taken extra time. Reason is I've joined late because of my connection issues. Any questions, comments, or any points anybody has, please go ahead. Okay, Mataji, if there are no questions, comments, then yeah, this is...
Hare Krishna Mataji, I just want to, the same points that you said, I want to reiterate the same thing. One, I really liked the point that you said. Like, see, like nothing has been changed. Like Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, everything is same. So all the things, like if we see science, mathematics, medicine, everything changes. Like what we studied initially and what it is being practiced right now, it is completely different because new things get invented and it changed. But this system is same. So that is what we need to understand. And second thing is that Prabhuji in Juhu or Mumbai, he said that if it is changes your life, that it is as it is. So that's a thing that one I learned today.
Very nice.
That's like we need to understand. So thank you for the class, Mataji. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Sure,
Hare Krishna.
Sure. Hare Krishna, Mataji. So, Mataji, tomorrow all of you are going to temple, I heard.
We are going, Mataji. I don't know about the other people. Yeah. But
okay.
they must be going for Kirtan 50. And then New Year also will be there, right, Mataji? Like
Right,
New Year
correct.
Eve. Yeah,
Correct,
so
correct.
I don't know, but then.
So, okay, Mataji. Then in that case, let us meet on Monday.
Monday, yes.
Yeah, which is going to be the new year 2026. So
2026, New Year. The New Year will be.
2026.
Yes.
So yeah,
Thank
this is
you.
and a happy Vaikuntha Ekadashi to all of you. It's
Yes.
the last class in this year. So, yes, Mataji, advance Happy New Year to all of you. Of course, anyway, we will again meet. But yeah, thank you, Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Happy New
Hare
Year,
Thank you,
all. Hari
Mataji.
Bol.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Happy New Year,
Hare Krishna.
everyone. Hare Krishna.
Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Divyavacana. Divyavacana. Namo Namaha.